right, Kingston is going to shine the light on the words, and you guys are going to say them like we always do.
Oh, this is not a good day.
Do and be
Everybody look this way. I have some things that are written on my chart over here. This is called Snap Word Practice. You know how when we practice these words every day with a flashlight, and some days we can see it, we can do it better than others. Today it's a little lighter outside because it's later in the day because we had our 2-hour delay. But normally it's kind of dark in here and we can shine the light on each word and you guys can practice them. Do you know how you say them really quickly? Do you have to sound these words out when you say them?
No.
No, that's because you know them like that. Can you guys try to snap?
I can't.
Some of you can snap. Well, a snap is pretty quick, isn't it? If you can do a snap, it's really fast. You guys can say those sight words in a snap. You don't have to sound those words out because you know them. Well, today we're going to talk about words. Okay, everybody stop snapping. Today we're going to talk about words that you might not know, Tanea, that you might not know. I need everybody to stop making noises. Some of you are making clicking noises with your tongues. Sit crisscross applesauce on your bottom. Horace, Macy, sit crisscross applesauce on your bottom. Titus, crisscross applesauce on your bottom. Jonathan. Sometimes you come to a word when you're reading in a book and you don't know what that word is. But we would like to be able to know that word in a snap. So these are called snap word practices. Number 1. What's that word?
Look
at
the word.
And then I have a little picture of a person looking at the word the. Number 2.
Read the word.
And so I have a little person reading the word.
You're a good
Number
dog.
3.
Spell the word.
Spell the word. And so the little person's going T-H-E. Number 4.
Write the
word. And so this is a little piece of paper and they've written the word the. Number 5.
Look at the word.
So then we're looking at the word again. What's the word? The. And number 6 is? Read the word. And then why is that check mark there? Because I checked to see if I spelled it right. Okay, so let's practice with another word. I'm going to choose a word that's a sight word, but it's not a sight word that all of you have learned yet. Some of you have. Some of you already know it like that. If you do, I would like for you to be quiet so that the people who don't know it can learn it. Okay? Does everybody get that?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to write a word on the whiteboard over here. Some of you are going to already know it, and some of you don't. So let's practice it. Don't say what it is if you know what it is, okay? We got to keep it a secret. Let's pretend like we come to this word in a book, and we don't know what it is. Let's do our word practice, so that we can learn it in the snap. We look at the word. Everybody look at the word. Okay? We try to read the word. I'm going to tell you what this word is. It's after. If you don't know a word, how can you figure it out?
Sound it out.
You can sound it out. Can we sound this?
Or you could
After. What else could you do? Raise your hand. Haley, I need you to sit crisscross applesauce. What else could you do if you don't know a word? Callie?
You can spell it and see what you think it looks like.
Okay, that's a good idea. What else could you do, Riley?
Chunk it.
You could chunk it. We could say, like, we could take the first part of the word, af, and then ter, and then we could put it together. After. That's a good strategy. Anybody else have an idea of what they can do? Addie? You can just keep looking at it. Could you maybe ask an adult to help you? If you can't figure it out? Yeah, that would be another option. Okay, so let's do the next step. We've read the word. Now we're going to spell the word. Let's all spell it together. A-F-T-E-R. Let's spell it again. A-F-T-E-R. Let's spell it one more time. A-F-T-E-R. Okay, so we spelled it. Now, you guys don't have anything to write the word on, but if you were doing this, you would have something to write something on, like a piece of paper or a whiteboard. Let's pretend to write it on our hand. Let's write it on our hand. But you know what? Let's do it without looking this time. So you guys pretend to write it on your hand without seeing it. Okay, now we're going to look at the word again. Did you spell it like that? Yeah! Did you spell A-F-T-E-R? Yeah! Now we're going to read the word again. After. So if you had something in your hand or like a whiteboard or something, you could spell it on that. And you know what? We might practice that in a little bit. I might give you another word and you guys get to practice it on a whiteboard or a piece of paper. We'll see. But for right now, we're just practicing. So now, what's that word again?
After.
Does everybody know it now?
Yeah.
Do you know it in a
Snap.
So now, when you come to a word that you don't know or you don't remember it, it's a new word to you. Can you look at it?
Yeah.
Read it?
Yeah.
Or get help if you can't read it? Spell it? Spell it a few times. That will help you practice. Write it on something a couple times maybe. Look at it again to see if you spelled it correctly and then read it again. I have a question. Could you do this? Go sit down. Could you do this with some of your sight words in your fluency folder?
Yeah.
Callie and Michael, I need you to sit down. Horace, sit down. Could you take a word that you're trying to learn and do these steps to help you remember it? Yeah, and then you would know it like a snap. You would know it like a snap. Because then you could be a super reader, right? Remember how we've watched super readers before and they do different things? They have spelling power and reading power. Well, you guys all have those powers too. Those are the super reader powers and you guys all have that. And one of the powers is learning to read words in a snap. Okay? So now you know how to do it, how you can practice learning words in a snap. Okay, hold on. Everybody can stand up and we'll do an exercise song now.